it's Vanessa the Crafty Gemini. I post weekly how-to video tutorials right here on my YouTube channel, and in this video we're talking all about filling in our raised beds and creating the grid you see here for our new square foot garden. About square foot gardening. I have an old book here. I think this is like the 1980s version, and there's a newer one, and it's called Square Foot Gardening. The author's name is Mel Bartholomew. I'll include the link to both where you can purchase the newer version of this book and also to his website where there's tons of information for gardening, and especially if you live somewhere where you have a smaller yard and you may not live on acreage like we do here, but this is something that you can have pretty much in any small size backyard, and it's a great way to efficiently grow vegetables. We've heard about it in the past. A lot of my friends have had some really great experiences, and so we've decided here on our farm to give it a try. So we started off with the 4 foot by 4 foot square beds. If you're not familiar with how to create one of these, you can click right here, and I'll link you to a video tutorial that I have on walking you step by step on how you can create this for under $15. Today we're going to talk about filling in the garden beds, and as you can see here, we basically got a huge shipment of composted manure with tons of organic matter from a local soil enrichment place. You definitely want to do some research and find out if you have something like that in your area. A lot of cities or municipalities have different compost programs where you can purchase compost for really cheap. In the book here, Mel talks about Mel's Mix, and that is a specific combination of 3 different things that he puts into his garden beds. I'm not using that specifically, so I'm using something different. If you do want to go with the Mel's Mix, definitely you want to pick up a copy of the book so you can learn how to make that. But we're just going to go with the mix that we have here. We have great soil, and we're going to add obviously some compost from our own compost here and see if we don't give this a try for this season and see how it works out. So I'll definitely be creating more videos and keeping you all posted on what all we're growing in our new square foot garden beds. Now that we've filled our raised beds with our composted cow manure, organic matter, and all the good stuff to get ready for planting, what we're going to do next is make the grid that square foot gardening is known for. This is what Mel Bartholomew says really makes square foot gardening what it is. And we are going to make a grid on this 4 by 4 raised bed. My kids are going to help me. Look at this guy. And so we're going to do that now. To make our grid, I'm going to use some real simple supplies. I have a measuring tape, a little hammer here, some nails. You can use screws as well, but I'm just using these 1 1/4 inch nails, okay? Then you'll need some type of rope, twine, something. Get something really sturdy that will hold up. I'm going to try this out for a couple seasons and see if the sun doesn't do too much damage on it. But this is like a vinyl kind of nylon type of rope. All right, so what we're going to do is measure out here, and if you see, if I measure this across the long ways here, it measures the 4 feet. Allie, can you hold it here? And this over here, John, can you hold it there? I'm just going to you can take a pencil or something to mark it with. You're going to mark at the 3 foot mark. I'm just going to scratch the wood a little with my nail so I know where I have to put a nail in. Then come over to the 2 foot mark and do the same thing. And then over to the 1 foot mark and do the same thing. You're only going to be putting in 3 nails on each side, okay? And now I'm going to come back to my marks, and in the center of the board, put the nail. Yeah, can you get me another nail? And I'm leaving the nail out about 3/4 of an inch up from the wood because I'm going to need something to wrap the twine or the rope around, and then I'll go back and tap them in to secure it a little bit more. Thank you. So right here at the 2 foot mark. Allie, can I have another nail, please? Thank you. You didn't poke yourself good. And now this is at the 3 foot mark. And that's all you need, 1, 2, 3 on each side, because you can see this is going to give me 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, and from here to the end of the board is the 4 foot. So that's what's going to give us our 4 by 4 grid. Now on this side, you can see that if I measure from here to here, it's over 4 feet. So we got to come in from the interior, this little corner block that we put there. Ready, Allie? Hold it right there tight. And John, hold it right there. So from the inside of these 2 boards, from here to here, okay, is the 4 feet. So then I'm going to use that to measure. I'm coming in here. This is my 1 foot mark. my 2-foot mark, 3-foot mark, and that's it. All right, guys, let it go. So we're coming over here, we're gonna start our grid. All I'm doing is tying a knot around one of these nails. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go across the entire raised bed. Ready, Allie? Can you take this and walk around to the other nail on that side? Go for it. All right, so now that she's pulling it taut, I'm gonna come in here and nail this down so that the nail head can hold down my rope in place. So I've come across to the nail that's directly in front of it. You can see we have a straight line here. Scoot back, Allie, so they can see. And I'm wrapping while I'm keeping it nice and taut. You don't want this stuff sagging. So I'm wrapping it around, once around, and now I'm gonna come across this way to the next one, wrap around it, and now we're gonna come across the raised bed again. Okay? So I'm pulling it taut again, real nice and tight. Every time you wrap around a nail, pull it nice and tight. I've wrapped around once. You can do twice if you want to. Let's go here. And now, Allie, pull it nice and tight. Take it all the way across that way. And now this last side here, I'm going to give it a nice pull. Wrap around. Let me get the scissors, John. And I'm going to cut myself a good chunk. And then I'm going to tie a knot. Now we're going to go back and tap in the nails. Just give them a tap. Doesn't have to be all the way flat. Excuse me, John. All right, and now we're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side, and you'll end up with your 4x4 grid. So we filled in our raised bed here, we've created our grid, and now our 4-foot by 4-foot raised garden bed is ready for planting our new little square foot garden. I hope you all enjoyed this video, that you go out and make your own raised bed and create this grid and give this square foot gardening technique a try. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit it with the thumbs up below, share it across the different social media sites, and leave me a comment below letting me know if you've given square foot gardening a try, and if you did, how it turned out for you. Thanks for watching. Remember to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.